Hello, folks. This is Kenny with Just the Right Angle, doing a quick update on some issues that are affecting you. You can follow me at Just the Right Angle on Rumble, as well as Podbean. Mainly wanted to focus a little bit today on two big issues. Of course, we had a wonderful election overall. There were some races that were sadly stolen, in large part because of the ineffectiveness still of some parts of the Republican Party. Arizona in particular, Kari Lake, she was blatantly robbed again by the same apparatus that kept her from being governor. There obviously needs to be a lot of reform done within the Republican Party. But of course, what was done in removing Ronna McDaniel and replacing her with people who actually want to win and fight for ways to be effective in terms of winning. This will be a recording on Podbean here in just a little bit. Main thing I wanted to focus is right now, there's, of course, a vote for United States Senate Majority Leader. Rick Scott is the one that most conservatives are wanting to win. The other two people that are running is Thune and then, oh my goodness, I can't even remember the other one. But this is a notification I got regarding Saline County MAGA Republican. They're a great group of people to follow on Twitter X. You can see here a lot of different footage they have. This is their footage of them stealing when they were stealing votes in the middle of the night. There and like I said, we've made a great reforms within the Republican Party, but there is a long way to go. And on that note, within Arkansas, of course, our state legislature is meeting. A lot of the committees are being made right now. In the past, there were sometimes efforts to give what we call the left of the Democrat Party of Arkansas more power than they deserved regarding these committees. But after political pressure from people like me and others, we managed to stop that. They're doing budget hearings right now. You can see House organizational meeting. Eventually, they'll start assigning various people to committees. And once in legislation will be filled, I think it'll start in December. People will start beginning to run pieces of legislation that affect all of us. Everything from transgender surgery to are we going to continue to fund AATN to indoctrinate kids? All that stuff is going to be dealt with. Whether we're going to have these surprise prisons or crypto mining facilities that are made behind closed doors and propped up in some small community. All that stuff is going to be worked on in this upcoming Arkansas legislative session. So in January is when it starts, but the bills are going to be filed, I think, in December. I forget the actual date they start those, but this website's going to be visited a lot when that happens. Of course, beforehand, and this is something I had on as the, let me try and post this if I can. This is media that I got, and I want to state that this is, I got this has been going around. There is going to be a state committee meeting for the Republican Party of Arkansas. It'll be December 7th. It's supposed to be in the Robinson Center, which is where they usually do plays in downtown Little Rock. And sadly, a lot of it's most likely going to be and possibly going to be an installation, a reinstallation of the same powers that be that have failed the Republican Party on so many other times before. I had this as my screensaver graphic. And I'm going to put it here in the center of this so y'all can see what it is I'm talking about. It looks like it's a much smaller form. But in a nutshell, Joseph, I don't know if y'all can see this or not. should have made this a little bit bigger. You can see it zoom. No, that doesn't help. Anyway, this is a text. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what it says. It says, I wanted to make sure you saw my email about all we accomplished in 2024 and my re-election announcement. That's actually a bid for election. You're not supposed to say, I'm announcing my re-election. I'd be honored to have your support for the RPA chairman position and ask for your vote at the state committee meeting on Saturday, December 7th. Thank you, Joseph K. Wood, RPA chair. Now, Joseph Wood put out an email earlier bragging about all the many accomplishments that Arkansas Republicans did. In reality, Republicans in Arkansas this election, while we did retain the Republican supermajority, we actually lost a House seat overall to the Democrats, which really shouldn't be happening. We usually beat usually the Democrats lose power every single election, and of course there are a lot of Democrat strongholds. For instance, Pulaski County, where, as I mentioned before in another video, Kamala Harris got close to 60% of the vote. Here's the email I got from this guy that he's referring to. Yes, Republicans up and down on the ballot. Of course, we held every congressional seat. We actually already had supermajority, so we didn't sweep supermajorities. And I said before, we actually lost a seat. We did defeat tax increases in Little Rock. That was done by a separate campaign. I also will say this. We didn't do a very good job of adopting states. I know the Republican Party headquarters, there was hardly anybody there. I know that the Pulaski County group, me, my wife, and others, did go up. I think it was done actually by the 1st District, the Republican Party of Arkansas 1st District group did hold some adopt a state campaigns and gave us some of the tools to help in some of those elections. But as far as the RPA, actually wasn't that much done. So that's one reason why I myself would be opposed to having supporting Joseph Wood for RPA chair. The other reason is for those who haven't seen this, I've shown this a gazillion times, but I'll show it again. This is what Joseph Wood thinks of conservatives, and I'll share this. Resume. What I got out of it. This is, for those who don't know, haven't seen this before, this is Samantha Boyd of KRK4 looking at me like I don't belong, even though this meeting concerned the state convention, which I was a delegate to, and this meeting that was done was an effort to try to delegitimize that. Then the other guy here is Michael Wickline of the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Samantha Boyd's camera guy is off to the side here, and you'll see what happens.
We know they're actually coming up.
Is chairman?
Can I come in? Okay.
No, thank you, boss.
Sorry?
No.
Just really? Oh, really? Joseph? Come on, man. Coward! Wow, so that just happened. Joseph Wood let the TV reporters in, but not in the Arkansas Democrat Gazette in.
But not South Arkansas Reckoning.
But not South Arkansas Reckoning, and not me, even though I'm a delegate.
Wow.
So, yeah. That's the other issue I have with Joseph Wood being chair. Oops, sorry. The video started. Rumble does that. And yeah, this is a Rhino's move on Trump and the new borders are. And then this is the nationwide, folks. This is Mitch McConnell. I don't know who that is. Actually, I think that's the... Oh, that is the new borders are. I'm sorry. It took me a while. Yeah, no, this guy's a good guy, but of course, Mitch McConnell, the turtle, current majority leader of the, or current leader of the Republicans in the U.S. Senate, deliberately failed Kerry Lake. has deliberately failed lots of other people. His wife does is part of a shipping company with communist China. And you see that on a national level. But on a local level, we have problems too. Joseph Wood is taking orders from the consultant class, from the Richard Bearden, Chris Caldwell elitist, who sadly have run this state into the ground long before Republicans ever took over the state of Arkansas, first with the Tea Party and then with the MAGA movement. It wasn't done by the Republican Party apparatus. And just that group has taken credit for stuff that people like me actually did. I understand there is some other people running for Republican Party of Arkansas chair. I don't know who they are. But I do hope that this position is taken over by somebody who makes an effort to get conservatives involved, grows the party, and makes it useful. So it's not just people going to meetings and then being foot soldiers during election time to give money and time to people that don't care about them. And sadly, that's been the Republican Party for a while. You go to a county committee meeting or a state committee meeting, you pay your money, which you shouldn't have to pay. Republican Party has all kinds of money, more money than they know what to do with. I mean, they bailed out Sarah Huckabee Sanders when she was trying to pay off a lobbyist with buying the $19,000 lectern. But what really needs to be done is local committees, especially in committees where it's blue or purple states, need the funding to flip those, to change those, so we end up like the state of Oklahoma, which if you look at the Oklahoma, I think was the only state that had no blue counties. Let's see if it'll let me see this. So here it is. Yeah, some of them are solid red, like 84%, 91%. And then some of them were not quite as red. Yes, there's a Lincoln County, Oklahoma. I think this is where Oklahoma City is. Bottom line, yeah. That's what we want. We want the state of Arkansas to be red, and not just for president. We need to replace these city and county positions, these sheriffs, these clerks who count the elections. Definitely need to flip those, make those Republican. But it's not going to happen under Joseph Wood. We need somebody who has a resume and a record of taking a Republican county committee or a district and making it viable, useful. So, and of course, that state committee needs to adhere to the rules of the state convention, which is that state legislatures don't have an automatic vote. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But that's what needs to happen. Anyway, that's pretty much what I was going to mainly talk about. I'll post a link that shows that other video of Joseph Wood slamming the door in my face. And then I guess this is on the RPA website. Let's see if I can copy this. Maybe I don't put that there. But anyway, that's pretty much what's going on. Folks, find a way to get involved. Find a way to, again, help these local committees. donate either money or time, that's where the fight's going to be. Again, visit me at Just the Right Angle on Rumble, YouTube, Keep Arkansas Legal. I also do non-political videography work, so if you need help filming an event, let me know about that. But other than that, you will have a great day.